Alrighty, boys. Listen, I want to sit down and do this for a long time, but here we are. Let's sit down. Let's read, brother. Let's read. You just making a video where you're just reading? Yeah, dog. Sit down and listen, brother. Sit your little ass down and listen. All right. We about to read the Nords. Introducing the Nords dev blog and trailer. Obviously, we already reacted to the trailer. Trailer link down below. I did a live reaction of it actually at the Gamescom. YouTube cooked me with the copyright, but it's still up. Go check it out. But let's read more in depth what's going on with the Nords. We got some aura farming right over here going on. A bunch of details, a whole lot of reading, but you don't gotta read it, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Close your eyes and listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Put me on your side monitor and listen to me, alright? Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright? Introducing the Nords. Greetings, warriors of Calradia. In this War Sales developer blog, we're turning our prow. People love using words that just don't get used. You know what I'm saying? Turning our prow toward the untamed north to introduce the Nords. You will trace their backstory, culture, and highlight what defines the kingdom, covering architecture, equipment, troops, and more. Stick until the end to get a glimpse at the pirates that will prey on Calradia's waters. Oh, so they're considered the pirates. Is that what you're trying to imply with that? As always, please note that some details may change as we get closer to the release. Join us in watching the new trailer showcasing the Nords. Trailer went crazy. I'm not playing it again, bro. I'm not getting copyrighted again. But go check it out, bro. I was pretty hyped. I'm not going to lie to you. Did still want to see more gameplay, but we did see a little bit. A little bit. You know what I mean? Alright, the Nords. I guess this is their backstory right over here. In Calradia's far north reaches, long before a single crown united the Nordvig, each settled is it fjord? Ford? There goes the American brain. That's the Ford, baby! The fjord? Kept to its own, relying on the sea for survival. The local chieftains had their longships sail south bearing walrus, ivory, whale oil, and fish to sell. Then return to the fjords laden with plunder and captives. What's laden mean? My medieval dictionaries in the chat. I say chat. You know what I mean? Watching too many streams, bro. Getting cooked. But, yeah, let me know. Commenters. Until recently, Southerners could take comfort that the half-dozen so-called kings in Nordvig each control little more than a shrine or slave market surrounded by wooden palisades. They grew is what they're saying. A generation ago, however, Volbjorn the Hungry returned. That's the guy. Big guy? That's... Ain't no way, bro. That's the main guy's name? That's tough. Everybody else got some regular ass names. Volbjorn the Hungry? Holy. Returned from a decade in the Empire's Vagard guard with great riches. He uses wealth to bend the Northland to his will, forcing its chieftains through blood and bribery to pledge themselves as his jarls. Oh man, look at him aura farming right here. Wait, this is somebody else, actually. Never mind. Today, his son rules. This is his story. And though the bonds holding this new realm together are weak, they may be strengthened by turning their vassals' attention to conquest. Vjolnborn's son, Halfdar the Golden of Clan Throsniring. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same, bro. You lost it. Now rules from Thornderlag. He is a seasoned warrior who would otherwise be beloved by all who followed him into battle and feasted alongside him. Feasted. Wait a minute. Does that mean... Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. What is this scene right here? I see the aura farming, but what is this right here? What is this right here in the background? Is that a feast? Feasted alongside him? It might be the tavern. That's not the tavern. That looks like the Lord's Hall. Could be a different tavern design. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Many blame him for his father's sins and would gladly return to the old days when they answered to no one. That's tough. All right, there he is, my boy. Maybe a feast in the background. We'll see. Nord homelands. On the map, Nord lands run from the Jumne. By the way, yo, Debs, release like a map with all the river names and lakes, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Be naming all these lakes and rivers. I have no idea where these are at, bro. They never play no role. No one talks about them ever. You got to get the peasants to say stuff about the rivers and bodies of water. And also kind of like, now that we're getting into like, you know, the water gameplay, we need these labeled, brother. Like, I have no idea. Bro, I'm sorry. My nose ring is very itchy. I'm not picking my nose. I just have like the septum and it gets itchy sometimes. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. If you think I'm picking my nose, well, think that, brother. It is what it is too. You know what I mean? Listen. On this map, so Nord Homelands, on this map, Nord lands run from the Jumne River in the east across Nordvig to the Isle of Baneland in the west with 4 towns, Hargard, Thornderlag, Gredisferg, and Valvik. I mean, we could have just picked easier names. You know what I mean? I get it. Back in the day, you gotta make it like lore accurate. We could have made easier names, brother. This shit is crazy. Hargard, for example, stands on a rocky bank of the Jumne River, founded by the Nordic tribes from the Western Fjords several generations ago. Today, it serves as the meeting place of Nords, Vannies, and Sturgeons, all harvesting the wealth of the river valley to sell to the people of the south. All right, this is what the village looks like. Look at this bridge, brother. This is a beautiful bridge. They got the town in too, bro. They got it separated. Holy. Hardgard town. Here throughout the north, life follows the old ways. Longhouses serve as home and council hall. Shipwrights turn pine and oak into long. Bro, you can only get feasts if you buy the DLC. Bro, people are gonna be mad. I hope that's not it. I hope it comes to the base game. But maybe they can only have feasts. Is that their power up? Is that like how they differentiate? They can have feasts. They be feasting for the gods. The walls of the Nord towns and castles follow the lay of the hills. Their lines bending with the land. Timber of stone. Towers rise. This is all just like, you know what I mean. It's nice. It looks pretty. I'm looking for the gameplay. I'm looking for the meat and potatoes, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool on all this. It's cool, though. Looks nice. Past the Palisades, the tavern greets friend and stranger alike. See, this doesn't... No. It is. Never mind. This is just... Because I saw those shields up here. Look. The shields up there. And I thought, oh, this is like a town hall, maybe, right? Or like a Lord's Hall. But this is just the tavern. Okay. Past Palisades, the tavern greets friend and stranger alike. Nets on the beam, a hearth at its heart, and long tables carved with marks on many feasts. Higher still rises the keep, where the Jarl's high seat faces the hall, and chambers lie just beyond a screen of wood and wicker. All right. Wait. Nord Tavern and Keep. In this one, there's a bigger table in the middle. And it's not like... we're going to have to see, bro. This is interesting. We're going to have to see. Alright, now environment. Yet beyond these halls lie the true breadth of the northern realm, like northern frontier, where the land itself shapes every path. It looks like a warband. Every path and battlefield along the coast and rugged peaks, like this right here, rise steeply above the waves. Inland, dense green forests close around the road, and farther still stretch wide. Stony fields with only scattered trees. Wow, wee wee. Nice. There it is. terrain. Oh, wow. Oh, here we go, bro. Everybody, we need more armor. Here we go, brother. Nord equipment and troops. Nord warriors arm themselves for the sea and the hard ground alike. Their round shields may be plain, painted, or decorated. They wield hand or long axes and spears in the shield wall, so like literally just like Sturgeons. Alright. With javelins and throwing axes to hurl before the... Yep. Straight-edged swords hang at their sides, while the finest among them carry the at-gear, a long, hafted blade for the strongest arms. Oh, like a two-handed longsword. Okay. Their armor ranges from the padded coats and tough leather to mail shirts with cloaks thrown over the shoulders against harsh weather. Helmets are made to give clear sight and easy breath, for a man must keep his wits with the deck creaks beneath him. They look nice, though. That's cool. A Nord warband begins with the younglings, men barely old enough to grip a shield, armed with little more than a hatchet and courage. From there, the path divides. They're talking about like the troop tree. Those who take up the bow train as huntsmen of the woods and they're really out here like add like 6 more words to your paragraph. You know what I mean? Like just like they're maxing, they're word maxing here, bro. Growing to seasoned archers into male, they're pretty much just saying like you could either go a guy with a hatchet, could go as a guy that probably is like a melee guy, or a guy that's an archer guy. You know what I mean? That's what they're talking about right here. Those able to loose volleys across a clearing or a ship's deck. Those who stand in the shield wall start as Drenger before branching into the axe or spear traditions. The axe path leads from hard-bitten warriors to the fearsome berserker or the mighty Skaldbrecher. The spear path climbs toward the wolf-cloaked Ulfenden, wielders of the deadly Atgeir. Yo, imagine you picked like the sword and like you picked like, let's say you picked this combo, right? But like imagine, bro, you just suck at it, homie. But you never realize that if you pick this combo right here, I'm talking about like if you lived in the medieval ages, not your game character, you lived in the medieval ages. Imagine you do this your whole life and you're just like so average. But imagine like, what if you picked this and you were like a superstar? Think about that, bro. That's crazy, bro. You really had to spec in and like really just do that for the rest of your life, bro. There's no respec in real life, dog. Well, there is, kind of, but not like, probably not back then, bro. They live until like 35, bro. Like these motherfuckers not getting old, bro. Don't get the Bannerlord ages twisted, bro. There wasn't people out here living till 60 and 70, bro. Not in the medieval ages, dog. They were dying. All right, nice. Look at my boys over here. As in every land, warriors of higher standing following their own road to war. They begin as Atlinger, young warriors trusted with their first shield, and rise to Thang, proven arms in the Jarl's service. From there, they serve as Jarlsmen and Hinderedmen. Each step bringing finer mail, sturdier steel, and shields worthy of their rank. Only the fiercest, most loyal earn the honor of bearing the decorated round shield of a Huskarl. So you start off like this, and then look at you. Holy. You start off, you know what I mean? Little light, 300 pounds on your body, bro. Crazy. You know what I mean? You swing one time, you're breathing heavy, bro. It's crazy. Alright. Moving on. At this point, forgive us for jumping out in the universe talk, but there has no... Wait, what? But there was no other option. With the arrival of naval battles, we are adding new troops, mariners. For those warriors, the roll of the deck and the creak of the timbers are second nature, and unlike others, they suffer no penalty when they fight. When the fight moves to sea or river. So everyone probably gets like a defect. Regular land troops get a defect, but they don't. Among the Nords, every warrior is a mariner, giving their warbands greatest readiness for the battle of water. So they're all that. The Gazettes have no such troops. While others field only a handful of dedicated mariners, soldiers untrained for the ships see all their skills diminish when the battle shifts to the deck and sail. So it's gonna be like a siege situation. Like if you send troops and when you're the attacker of a siege, you're taking many losses. Probably the same thing here as well. Or if you're fighting in the forest and you're all like cavalry troops and you try to send against all infantry, you're gonna get cooked. Because they have a greater advantage than what you have. Mariners fight well on land too, though their lighter gear suited for speed aboard ships can leave them at a disadvantage against heavier foes ashore. So they're like light armor, but like they're good and agile on sea, but on land they might be kind of weak. When the fighting moves inland, Nord captains ride other wars beneath new battle banners. Their flags follow the classic Viking shape, a quarter round cloth hung from a crossbar, fringed along the curve. Curve, bro. Yo, homie, what? And crowned with a carved beast's head. Bro, these guys out here trying to win a writing award over here. As with other cultural bonuses, each design brings its own effect into land battles. Some reduce the horse's charge damage, while others rattle enemy morale. Interesting. How much more do we have left? Oh, not much left. We can actually finish this up. I'm about to say part 2, but I was like, nah, let's finish this up. Cool. So we're gonna get new banners too. Probably have to do with like ship sailing. Makes sense. Character creation. I'm gonna be honest, this is cool, but I'm not out here like, yeah, like. I'm not as like the role play too much of like how my character looks and this and that, dog. I got too many bills in real life, bro. I'm sorry, dog. When you launch a new War Sales playthrough, the culture choice will now, of course, include the Nords. They're gonna have the Nord bonuses. Nice. We got a host of new options, 19 in total, consisting of fresh beards, hairstyles, and tattoos. Await you here to help you shape a face fit for the high seas and battlefield alike. There it is. These tattoos are dog shit. What is this, dog? This looks more like war paint than This is hilarious. But this looks more like war paint than actual tattoos, bro. I don't know. I feel like they had like pretty alright tattoo like mechanisms even back in the day. Like they could tattoo some shit like this onto your body back in the day. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might be tripping, but I'm not a tattoo historian over here. But like I think we could do better than hitting one of these with a tattoo. You know what I mean? Whatever they were using for tattoos, like a prick, like a poking stick or something like that. After choosing the Nordic culture and your appearance, you'll be greeted with the family background. Cool. Alright. We extended the same care to our other game systems, such as child education. So pretty much as we're adding really small basics to every single piece of the beginning. You know what I mean? There's probably going to be also settings for when you start a new game, like kind of like settings like, oh, do you want all your heroes to choose their stuff by themselves or you choose it for them? Those type of things. Next to where like, do you want to do Bannerlord difficulty? Do you want to play Iron Man mode? There's probably going to be stuff there as well. For the ships, we also introduced 14 new Nord themed banner icons. It's these right over here. Cool. It's cool. This is, you know what I mean? Makes sense. Again, like I said, this DLC will literally just like, it's like how can I say it? It's like the game is like, it's like this, right? And like the DLC is like a big chunk that's just gonna attach to the game. You know what I mean? It's a big chunk. It's a big chunk. You know what I mean? Like, and that chunk has like a piece of everything. You know what I mean? From the start to the end of the game, pretty much. Lastly, pirates. I'm excited for this one. Once you take to the seas, it won't be long until you cross paths with pirates. They roam the waterways much like looters on land, sailing in bands of 2 or 3 light and medium ships, and haunting busy ports in search of unprepared travelers. A hard fight can leave their hulls splintered and crews bloodied. Yet given time, they always return replenished to menace the trade routes again. In the southern waters, you may encounter corsairs. They look down. Their look drawn from the pirates of the Barbary coast, with new gear crafted to match. Their ranks rise from corsair to corsair warrior, and finally corsair chieftain. In the northern waters, you will face sea raiders, the shipborne version of the land counterparts. These are, I'm guessing, the corsairs. So pretty much, we're gonna have sea raiders now, and they added like a southern sea raider. Sea raiders, northern area, because the sea raiders always looked like Sturgeons. Made sense. These guys are going to be in the south because they look like, Azerai. Makes sense. I get this. And that wraps up the War Sales Developer blog. Drop any questions you might have in the comments below. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, what are people saying, bro? Get rid of that ugly ahistorical leather. People just not focused on the right thing, bro. Look at all these awards, bro. Crazy. We had Nords and Warband. Oh, brother. Guys, but we had Nords and Warband. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Hey, bro. Sorry, bro. Hey, I'm not even sorry, actually, bro. Hey, listen, bro. As a Warband hater, certified. Take this L, homie. You ghosted us for so long. Brother, they do not know you. All right. I'll see you in the next one.